How about that? The marching band getting us kicked off tonight. Good evening, Cyclones everywhere. Welcome to our Fall Kickoff Power Hour. My name is Matt Van Winkle with the ISU Alumni Association. Well, we can't have a Cyclone Power Hour event without Mr. Cyclone Power himself, Jeff Johnson, the Lora and Russ Talbot Endowed President and CEO of the ISU Alumni Association. Hey, Jeff, how's it going tonight?
Hey, Matt, things are really going well. It's so good to see you. And hello, Cyclones everywhere. Glad you're able to join us this evening.
Well, Jeff, I don't know about you, but I am so excited for the next hour ahead and for this fall, of course, the football team coming in with just an incredible season last year. We're so excited for this year.
You know, Matt, I have just been excited, first and foremost, that you and Katie and staff have worked hard to bring this second annual event. I know this all started as a result of COVID last year.
Right.
We got such great feedback, and now here we are again with the second one of these. But secondly, going back to the destination Iowa State, being inside Hilton Coliseum a few weeks ago as the new freshman class was being introduced, and then to now see side ride buses just dotting the landscape every day. And then you go on Central Campus, and it's alive. It's buzzing. Ames is buzzing. And so I think it's really about the fall semester. Yes, the sports are all part of that. But it's just great to be back in person and have everyone excited to be back on campus.
Love it. We got so many people joining us tonight. Cyclones everywhere watching with us. Joyce Sharp says, so excited for Saturday. Love my Cyclones. Thanks for watching with us tonight, Joyce. We're going to pop up these comments throughout the rest of the night, so keep them coming in. We love seeing everybody watching with us tonight. Well, Jeff, the fall semester has gotten off to a great start. Like you said, students back on campus. I was out there last week. It's full. It's vibrant on campus. We love seeing the students back. Of course, the football team ranked 7th in the AP poll. We actually got to hear from Coach Campbell. He came by the Alumni Center and talked with our board of directors and staff about legacy. That was his theme of the day. Yeah. What did you think about hearing from Coach that day?
Well, you know, first and foremost, to be around him, you just want to dress out and go play.
Yeah.
And it's more important, though, that there's very little that he ever says that's about football. It's all about life. It's about being part of your community. It's about being your best self. And I just think, again, the fact that he's developing those types of messages for this group of men that he gets to coach is just absolutely phenomenal. And then for us to be able to lean in and see what it's like to also be a father and husband, you know, which is one of the things he talked a lot about as well. And so for moms and wives and those of us who may not have spouses,
right.
The reality is that we all bring to this life an opportunity to be our best selves. And then the last thing I want to say is he's just such an incredible collaborator and partner to really realize that he wants to use the resources of this association, and that resource being the graduates of Iowa State, to help
right.
influence this group of young men was just absolutely phenomenal. So, we're blessed to have a coach like Coach Campbell, not only just being our football coach, but investing himself in the lives of these men and his other coaches.
Well, he's really re-energized this fan base. He's brought a lot of the former players back. We're going to hear from one of those former players coming up. But yeah, it really was great to hear from Coach Campbell. I don't think we can get too far into the program, Jeff, without mentioning all the changes around Jack Trice Stadium. If you haven't been back to Ames yet, you're really going to be blown away. Some really big changes. And we've had a front row seat here at the Alumni Center to see a lot of those changes firsthand, Jeff.
Yeah, it's distracted my work because I can look out my office up here on 3rd floor, which sometimes does feel like a skybox. And you look out and you see all that's happened. But that north end zone area, thanks again to the Olsen family who made the Olsen building possible all these years. But now, the frontscape is this wonderful, wonderful Jacobson building peeping through this new design. And then the Sports Performance Center that's been made possible from the start. Right. But then there's the Albaugh Family Plaza out front.
Beautiful.
Once you're in this facility, which again will officially open on the 10th during Jamie's director's party and so forth. But there's just so much happening on that north side. And let's not forget the Sukups, the Rymans, and all the other families that helped bring forth what happened in the south end zone. And so what I really have said as I have looked at what's going on at Jack Trice Stadium, what you see is maturity, is to see a mature vision that Jamie had come to fruition. And we're not through yet, but what is done there currently is just absolutely phenomenal. And it will be a game day experience, not just what happens on the field, but what again happens in and around Jack Trice Stadium.
Absolutely. Well, you can certainly feel the buzz around Ames and the entire state really heading into the season. And we know not everyone can be in Ames this weekend to help kick off the football season in person. So that's why we are having this event tonight. We've got special guests, prize giveaways, tailgate tips, and even a chance for you to be part of the show coming up. With that, let's get things kicked off. We've got a great guest joining us now. Let's welcome him in, Jeff. How about that? Let's bring in Ryan Harklau. Ryan Harklau, the former Iowa State Cyclone football player, Cyclone Radio Network sideline reporter. Ryan, how's it going? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been 20 years or 21 years now since I strapped it up, and I still get the butterflies. And on top of that, I have Coach McCarney texting me during the week this week, and you know how fired up you get with that. And then to finish it off this week, my daughter got accepted. My daughter Brett got accepted to Iowa State for next year. So it's a good week. It's been a great week in our household.
That's fantastic.
Well, Ryan, it's good to have you. And as I kind of said to you before we got started tonight, where does time go? I mean, you just said it, 21 years. It was almost like you were out there playing just a few years ago. And to think that you now have a senior is just absolutely incredible. And thanks for continuing that Cyclone legacy by including her with her decision to be a part of the Cyclone family going forward.
Absolutely. My son, Mac, will be there soon, I'm sure.
Or take him out of the wheel. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what we want to do is congratulate you on your new role as a Cyclone Radio Network sideline reporter. If you would just take a moment and just tell us a little bit about how this came about.
So when Coach Campbell first got to town, he brought a lot of us back in to talk to him about the program when we were here under Coach McCarney. And, we had kind of gotten over a hump and a hurdle at that time where we went through some lean years and it turned into some better years. And Coach Campbell started a mentorship program that came out of that where he wanted us to work with the seniors and juniors on their transition into life. And that's when I bought into Coach Campbell, right? Is when you could see that he was more concerned about the well-being of his players and where they go after they graduate versus how they played just on Saturday. And so just being involved in that mentorship program, I believe got me part of the Iowa State program. And at that point, when Ben Bruns took an opportunity to move to Wisconsin, when they called to ask, would I do this? It's pretty much a no-brainer. I would love to be around this program as much as I possibly could.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned him, Ben Bruns. We know that name very well. He was around this program for so long, very close to the Alumni Association family as well. I got to imagine he's been giving you a few tips, right? How have you been preparing for this role, Ryan?
So I think you prepare for this role 20 years ago or 21 years ago when you play. You're on that side of the white lines. And what I've learned over those years is when you sit next to, you learn how to watch the game. And And I think how I'm preparing is I want to bring the story of these players out to the fans. I want to tell their story. No one cares about 21 years ago, a bunch of washed-up players. That's right. And but there's stories like Anthony Johnson, a cornerback right now. I mean, he was homeless at one point in his life. He's not going to ever have to worry about that again someday, as good of a football player he is. And I think those are the stories that I want to try to bring to the fans, like get to know this team personally and let them know them at a higher level, because Coach Campbell and staff have built an amazing program around great kids that we would all be proud of personally if you knew them personally. And my job is to bring that personal relationship all out to our fans. I hope I can do that on Saturdays.
Ryan, as you were talking, it reminds me of the beauty and value sometimes of the Olympics. It's not really about the athlete and sometimes what they're accomplishing. It's what they came through and came from. And then you begin pulling for them because you know what life is like. But you yourself finished up your playing career just over 2 decades ago. When you reflect over that time, what are some things beyond wins and losses that are still familiar to you about the Cyclone football program? And what are the biggest differences you see in the program today?
Well, number one, what's the same is the fan base. We were terrible my freshman year. And what's great to see, though, we were supported. We won one game my freshman year. There's a lot of young kids playing, and we worked our way through. And by the time we were seniors, we were able to get over a big hurdle. And I think that's the same. There's a supportive group coming here on Saturday to watch these kids play. That's still the same. The support, the kids are still strong. It's a Midwest values team. I think that is a really neat part. When I was here, it was really built around a lot of Midwest core with a lot of kids coming in from outside states, but it's still the core of the Midwest, and that's a lot the same. What is different is when you walk into the stadium on Saturday, you will visually see a team that looks different. And I can't tell you how great they look physically, how good they look athletically, how fast they look. Coach Campbell has done an outstanding job of getting this team ready to play this year, keeping them healthy in a beat-up game. You can get beat up playing this game, obviously. But the other thing that I want to point out when you get there, that stadium looks outstanding.
Yeah.
And one of the big things that was really important to Coach McCarney was to tell the Jack Trice story every year to us, to understand what legacy that you talked about with Coach Campbell. You wanted to talk about legacy. Jack Trice's legacy was talked about forever. And now when you walk in that stadium and on the side of the new Performance Center, the logo is there. And that logo means something to Cyclone fans. That logo probably doesn't right now mean something to you and I or to other opposing schools. But when you walk in as a fan, that's the legacy of Iowa State football when that started with Jack Trice. And Coach Campbell's done an amazing job bringing the legacy of Jack Trice back out in our program. It's all throughout the locker room. Every player has it in their locker. And then when you walk in as a fan, you see that Trice logo, and it means something to the players, and it means something as our fans, and it unifies all of us as we're going in the same direction. So, again, the facilities are phenomenal. I'm not here to calm you down. The players are phenomenal. They are way above and beyond what we dreamed of being 20 years ago. And I'm so excited to see them play Saturday.
Yeah, Ryan, let's talk about a little bit of the team. Obviously, coming off a Fiesta Bowl victory last season, you got Brock Purdy leading this team at quarterback, Breece Hall running back, Charlie Kohler, kind of some All-American type players, and just a salty defense as well. Yeah, talk about what we're going to expect from this team this year, Ryan.
The great thing with Coach Campbell is he's consistent. And I was at practice, like I said yesterday, and how he runs a practice is so efficient. He keeps his guys hungry. They want to play for him because he's not beating them up all week. He runs a really strong, fast practice, but they're not out there for 10, periods or, 50 minutes to an hour just hitting each other. They're going quick to the whistle, running full speed plays, and then boom, they blow the whistle and they go back. They practice like an NFL team. And I think that's what you can expect when you come out on Saturday. This team's fresh and ready to go. And I think he's learned a lot as a coach. I think every coach learns, like, how do you want your team to roll out? And I think that he's done a great job with this team, knowing what he has, knowing what's going to get him to where they want to go. And he's kept those players hungry. He's kept them unified, and they're very, very motivated for what they want to do this year. Obviously, a couple of them could have went to the NFL, and they're still part of this program. They're still giving back to the University of Iowa State, where they could have been making millions of dollars. But because of that vision of Coach Campbell and what he's done to prepare them for this season, I'm excited for Saturday and the rest of this year because of the preparation they've had, over this last 6 to 7 months.
Very cool. Hey, Ryan, I want to jump in real quick, Jeff. We did get a question. Somebody asked you, have any teammates reached out to you with some advice? I'm sure you've heard from some guys.
Well, everyone's asked me, they want to text me during the game. Hey, I want you to ask this question of Coach Campbell at halftime when he runs back in. I'm like, I can imagine what that would be. Like if the thing that I want to, like I said, I want to tell their story, and I want to help Coach Campbell tell the story at halftime when I do that halftime interview with him. So I would say this: if there's anything that I want to prepare for the most, it's that opportunity to let him tell the story of the first half and he wants to do in the second half. But yeah, I've had plenty of guys that have reached out and said, hey, I'll spot for you, I'll stand next to you, or I got ideas for your interview with Campbell at halftime. But I think we'll get her figured out. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Well, I wanted to just say to you, Ryan, that's the focus of this association, and that is to tell the stories of our 280,000 living graduates. And so it's really neat that we are paralleling each other in this effort, because I think for so long, and we still are to a degree, humble to a fault, there are great stories to be told, and Iowa Staters are humble. And so thank you for taking on this charge. Thanks again for stepping up and serving your university. And more importantly, thanks for giving us your time tonight. It's been great to have you. Look forward to working with you. Go Cyclones.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you both Saturday. Go Cyclones.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Really appreciate it. All right. That's the new Cyclone Radio Network sideline reporter, Ryan Harklau. That's just some great perspective. You can tell, Jeff, he's got the broadcaster voice ready. He's ready to go for Saturday.
Someone just posted he looks better than Ben Bronze. I'm staying
out of that.
Let's stay out of
that. All right, Jeff, we've had a lot of fun already, but let's have some more fun. Let's give away some prizes. How's that sound?
Let's do that.
All right. Well, we randomly selected a few names from our registration list to be our first winners of the night. So, Jeff, why don't you announce our first 5 winners of the night?
All right. First, we have Randy Borg, class of 81 from San Antonio, Texas. And thank you, Randy, for being a life member of the Alumni Association. Next, we have Barbara Jansen, class of 65, joining us from Dedham, Massachusetts, and she too is a life member of the association. I want to next recognize Roxanne Johnson. Roxanne is here in Ames, Iowa, relocated from Colorado. She too is a life member of the association. Well, I'm liking this. And then there's David Ross, class of 87, Burnsville, Minnesota. Also an annual member of the association. So thank you, David.
And not the head coach of the Chicago Cubs. We learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just picked that one up. And then Warren Clark, class of 80, from San Diego, California. Also a life member of the association. Just great to see all the diversity in geography, class years. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and we'll work to get your prizes to you. You want to talk a little bit about that, Matt?
Yep, we will be in touch with our winners tonight. You'll be receiving an email from Katie Lichtai here at the Alumni Association later on this evening. All right, Jeff. Cyclone fans, we know we're everywhere. You just said it. We just listed our prize winners. There's Cyclones all over the place. And they're obviously so excited for this year's football team and what's happening inside Jack Trice Stadium this weekend. And I know many fans are also excited to dust off their tailgate equipment, the Traeger grills, right? We want to hear from you. What are your favorite tailgate meals or tailgate setup must-haves? Leave your comments in the chat, and we're going to be sharing some of those as we welcome in our next guest, our official 2021 tailgate correspondents who are joining us live from the Alumni Center parking lot. Let's bring them on. Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey, Ryan, Meg. Well, I should say Ryan, Meg, family, and friends.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. So Ryan and Meg, introduce yourselves for us. You guys live in Ankeny. You're huge Iowa State supporters, along with life members of the association. You guys have a big tailgate tradition for every home game, don't you?
We do. Yeah, long standing.
When did you guys start this tailgate tradition?
Well, I tailgated growing up with my dad back in the 80s, back when the current practice field was just a grass lot. and people just picked up a sandwich and threw a football around. But after we got married and graduated from Iowa State, this will be our 25th year of tailgating this year. Things have kind of escalated. So from out of the back of a car to a pickup full, and now we actually pull a tailgate trailer up here. So,
hey, show us the back of those jerseys, guys. Let's see them. What do you guys go by? Yeah, there we go. Tailgate victoriously. There you go. So that's kind of what you guys have branded your tailgate, right?
Right. Yeah. Like Ryan Harklau was saying, there were some lean years, and 10 of those years we actually drove here from St. Louis, and those were a lot of tough years. Tailgating always was great. Football was difficult sometimes, and so we wanted to make sure we always won the tailgate.
That's fantastic.
Well, I know you all have your tailgates down to a science, because I get to view that from the Alumni Center as well. And so as you think about that, why don't you share a bit with the group about what you do for your tailgates and what's new on your plans for this year?
Yeah, so for us, just like you see behind us, it's food, family, friends. Every game we've got a different theme, so we try to find a theme for our food. Against the Hawkeyes here in a few weeks, we'll have a Taste of Iowa, where everybody brings something from that's famous. Iowa's famous for example. Against Texas, we always cook steak on a stick, which we call Longhorns. And yeah, of course, somebody had to do it, right? So anyway, we
I didn't bring my yellow flag.
Yeah, Oktoberfest, late September, early October, you'll always find us cooking up German food and wearing our lederhosen and dirndl aprons while we're cooking. Just different fun themes and making sure that it's always family oriented.
So Meg, tell us a little bit about the role you play in this tailgate experience. What does Ryan even allow you to do? Because I know with him having been on our board, he can sometimes take over.
Oh, not him.
Yes.
I do a lot of the prep. I get the food ready, loaded into the coolers, and then he and Jacob and Andrew put all the stuff into the trailer. And I just like to be the social, hey, come and join us, and try to make sure everybody's having a good time.
Well, you guys really are a good group together. Appreciate all that you do. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey guys, what do you guys think makes tailgating at Jack Trice so special? It's obviously synonymous with Iowa State. People have been doing it for so long, just like you. What makes tailgating so special at Jack Trice?
Oh, well, I think it's just the best time. We've got brothers and sisters, and our parents come and tailgate with us. And now Danny is a new alum. She just graduated in May. And then we've got our two sons are at Iowa State right now. So actually our crew, most of tonight is all current students. And we're looking forward to this year being able to feed them and Jack in the parking lot and watching them go to the games.
All right. Well, Jeff, you want to lead these guys in a Cyclone Power chant? I think they need some energy.
I do. So everybody, let's do it. Cyclone
Power!
Wait a minute. I can't hear you. Cyclone
Power!
Cyclone
Power!
Cyclone.
Power!
All right. I'll see you Saturday. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Awesome. Love it, guys. I think they screamed so loud they froze their camera there for a second.
Well, I wanted to also say I label Meg and Ryan as what I'm calling my Triple Crown Cyclones, because they do everything they can to push Iowa State forward. Through the foundation, they're donors. Through the athletics department, they are Cyclone Club members. And through the Alumni Association, they are life members. So, guys, thank you for all that you're doing to keep Iowa State moving forward. And I'm sure there are Triple Crown Cyclones on with us tonight. So if you're a member of the Alumni Association and you're also a donor to the university, even in the academic areas, and you're also a member of the Cyclone Club, why don't you post your name and join Meg and Ryan in saluting Iowa State University? Thank you for all you do, guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Go Cyclone.
Thanks, guys. Awesome. Those guys are fantastic. I don't think anybody tailgates harder than the Shones, do they?
Oh, my God. And include everybody else. I mean, what they do is you walk by, which is what is done by a lot of Cyclones. They feed you. So I have to stay away from them. They do a good job.
And you hear great stories of people meeting lifelong, lifetime friends just through tailgates, right?
Just
People you
through
tailgate next to. So pretty special environment. Well, Jeff, we're going to stay on this topic of tailgating for a little bit longer. We all know what you grill up at your tailgates is a big part of what makes a great event. So I had the chance to talk with Steve Perlowski, the owner up at What You Smokin' Barbecue and Brew in Luther, Iowa, Jeff, to see how they get ready for a game day and share some ideas for your tailgate. And this is, I can promise you, Jeff, it's going to leave you feeling really hungry. So let's take a look.
Well, my wife and son-in-law and daughter have already done that to me. They've been there and didn't take me.
All right, let's hear from What You Smokin' down in Luther, Iowa.
Hey guys, Steve with What You Smokin' Barbecue. We are located in Luther, Iowa on Highway 17 between Madrid and Ames. We are serving Central Texas barbecue. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some good things to tailgate, grill at tailgating. So let's go take a look in the smoker, see what's cooking. So we are smoking a couple things here today that we think are great at tailgates. When you're tailgating, you probably want to cook some things that can be done a little bit quicker. So some things that are great on the grill or great on the smoker that you can do quickly are chicken wings, burgers, brats, and pork loin. So things that have a little bit less fat content that you can cook at a higher temperature. So today we have a couple things on our smoker here for you. So wings are great on the grill. We like to dry rub them. You can brine your wings, but just put some dry rub on there. You can also glaze them as you go. So great thing about barbecue is that you can do whatever fits your flavor profiles, whatever you like. So our wings, we just dry rub. We use red oak wood. Wings go great with all different types of woods though. You smoke them to an internal temperature of 165. So if you're cooking at a hot temperature on your grill, 350, 400, your wings will be cooking in less than an hour. If you're cooking at a lower temperature, they could take an hour and a half to 2 hours. They've been on our smoker for about an hour and a half. We're cooking at about 250 right now. They're going to be ready to come off here in about a half hour. So burgers, you can cook at a high temperature as well. You can also cook them low and slow. So we just threw together some patties today with mushroom and onions in there. They've been on the smoker for just about a half hour. Beef you're looking to cook to an internal temperature minimal of 145. So burgers are just a nice easy thing to cook up quick at a tailgate. These burgers have been on just about 20 minutes. We just flipped them. They'll be finishing up here in a moment. Sausage is also great to cook on the smoker or on your grill. Sausage is something that you could cook really quickly. If your grill is running hot, you can cook your brats, your sausages in about 25 to 30 minutes. This is our double smoked sausage that we have on here. It's been on for about 20 minutes, so we'll be getting ready to pull it off here pretty quick. All right, pork loin is another great thing to grill out, throw on your smoker. We have a couple of loins here that we just dry rub. Pork loin you can cook at a higher temperature since it has less fat content. So we're smoking our pork loin at about 275 today. It'll take about an hour and a half. You're looking to cook your pork loin to an internal temp of 135 and be sure to pull it and let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes to let the juices absorb back up into the meat. So another cut that I really love is the pork shoulder steak. So it's cut from the pork shoulder. It's bone in. It's really juicy, a lot of fat content. It cooks low and slow for about 2.5 to 3 hours to let that fat render down. A cheap cut of steak, something that you can find at your local grocery store, that's just cooks really well either on a smoker or on a grill, and we absolutely love it here. Anything that you cook at a lower temperature for a longer period of time, like brisket or pork shoulder, is something that you're just going to have to spend a lot of time doing. So might not work at a tailgate, but if you guys are unable to do those and you're craving some good barbecue, some good brisket or pork shoulder, you can come out to What You Smokin'. We can hook you up. We do big feeds, which are great for tailgates. 3 pounds of meat, 4 pints of sides. So if you don't have time to cook, we can take care of you. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by at What You Smokin' Barbecue here in Luther, Iowa. Enjoy your tailgate. We hope to see you before or after a game. Go Cyclones.
Oh man, just the best people there at What You Smokin', Jeff. It's really not that far from Ames. It's about 15 minutes from Jack Trice.
Well, Matt, I only have one question.
Yes.
Why did you not take me with you when you did this?
I'm sorry. I should have.
I'll remember that when it's time for your evaluation.
Hey, next time I'm there, I'll invite you. Sound good, Jeff?
Oh my God, that looks so good.
Yeah, really, it's really a great place to eat. Highly recommend it. Now, if you'll be in Ames for the football game and don't have a tailgate to go to, or you just want to take advantage of having your tailgate prepared for you, we have you covered, Jeff, don't we?
We do. And I think everyone should know this is the 13th annual offering of the Cyclone Central tailgates here at the Alumni Center. Everything's taken care of for you. But I want to make a couple of points here. First and foremost, they're always free. Secondly, everyone knows we have the cleanest bathrooms anywhere around the stadium. So
True.
Use those. And third, if you do want to have a meal reserved for you, that photo always gets me.
We have fun at Cyclone Central. That's
we
the
have
biggest
fun at
thing.
Cyclone Central. That was going to be number 5. But number 3, again, if you get here, there's always the university bookstore. There's games for the kids. There's always something to do, so you don't have to worry about that. And then fourth, if you want to reserve a meal, you'll need to do that. The email went out today. Just call the Alumni Association, 877 ISU Alum. If we can help you with that, they'll let you know about pricing. But there's always food to be purchased, but it's not required. And last, these are not interviews. These are tailgates. So come and have fun. It's a unique opportunity to meet new friends, a great place to connect with each other. So if you have folks coming who may not be able to find you, the Alumni Center is a great place to say, meet me at the Alumni Center. And it makes for a great hookup opportunity. The bottom line is this is a great opportunity for you to be part of a growing tradition, been around now for 13 years. And then lastly is the band.
Yeah.
That step show is absolutely phenomenal. And those happen every year here at the Alumni Center. And so if you haven't had an opportunity to have an up-close moment with the Cyclone football varsity marching band, this is your opportunity to participate in our pre-game activities at Cyclone Centrals.
Well, we also, Jeff, have great opportunities for Cyclones that aren't here in Iowa, living outside of the state and can't make it back to games. Or if you'll be traveling during a football game weekend, we may have a solution for you. Our alumni clubs across the country, Jeff, they're having some great opportunities this year, and they do game watches. A lot of our alumni clubs do game watches, which is a great opportunity to connect with Cyclones.
Yeah, we couldn't do all that we do without our volunteers and our local alumni clubs, which in this case, there are 50 locations across the country that host these game watches doing both football and basketball. Local alumni volunteers put a lot of work into these activities. And so if you can't make it back and you're going to be traveling or you're going to be in any of these areas, just make sure to check out the game watch locations, and you can find a list of all locations on our website, which is ISUALUM.org. So I encourage you to do that. And then also, Matt, just encourage people too, as they're looking for these opportunities, please say thank you to our volunteers if you go to these locations, because again, we could not do this work if it was not for our volunteers.
Absolutely. Great volunteer help at Cyclone Centrals, and they are a ton of fun. I love the step shows. That's my favorite part. I'm looking forward most to that on Saturday, Jeff. And of course, watching you dance with the band. That's the best.
We're going to stop that.
Oh, come on. You give us a little taste, right?
All right, we will.
All right. Well, we have Cyclones everywhere across the country at game watches, as we mentioned. We also have Cyclones everywhere now playing professionally in the NFL. David Montgomery with the Chicago Bears, Alan Lazard with the Green Bay Packers, of course, A.J. Klein out east with the Buffalo Bills, and of course, another former Cyclone who has had a great career in the NFL. That's Kelechi Osemele, Jeff.
You know, and I was, just as we did with Ryan, here we are now. It's been 10 years. I mean, Kelechi, my God, where has time gone?
10 years since one of the biggest games, too, Jeff.
I know, too. Again, the upset of number 2 ranked Oklahoma State at Jack Trice Stadium, and it's kind of major things in life. You can remember where you were, what you were doing, which I hope you were in Jack Trice Stadium doing Cyclone football. But again, just so incredibly special that you were able, Matt, to catch up with him. So why don't you go ahead and introduce this next opportunity?
Yeah. Well, I remember where I was. I was on the field shooting highlights of that game for the student TV station, and I will never forget that night. Just an amazing night. And I remember watching KO. He was a huge part of that win. I was actually able to spend some time talking with Kelechi, who graduated from Iowa State in 2011 and went on to play in the NFL, becoming a Super Bowl champion in his first year with the Ravens, also a 2-time Pro Bowler. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy this conversation with Kelechi Osemele. KO Kelechi Osemele, thanks so much for joining us here on the ISU Alumni Association's virtual kickoff event.
Thanks for having me, man.
It's been 10 years since you graduated from Iowa State and played your last game here as a Cyclone. Have you had a chance to get back to Ames yet and watch some Iowa State games?
Yeah, I've been back a few times for some football games, like my first 4 or 5 years during the bye week. I've been back, I think, 3 times maybe. It was really fun. First time tailgating, obviously, because, on Saturdays we're usually playing in the game. So that was really fun. I think I'll go back this season because of the injury and everything like that. I'm 9 months out. I'll probably have like another 2 or so months before I'm back on the field. That'll put us, I think, in September. So I should be able to make a game, I think, this season.
It's also been a decade since you guys upset the second-ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys at Jack Trice Stadium back in 2011. What memories do you have from that game? I know it was a crazy night.
It was awesome. My craziest memories, I had a double pancake. I actually have that still. I've got like a picture of it hanging in my wall. Check this out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, yeah, that definitely sticks with me because that was like one of the most dominant moments of my college career. We ran the same play like 3 times in a row. They literally just like mauling dudes, mashing dudes. They literally physically could not do anything about it. We just overwhelmed them. So that's definitely probably my favorite memory from the game, is running that play over and over again.
And I'm guessing the second memory is all the Iowa State fans flooding the field and celebrating with you guys, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a really fun celebration. Definitely very, very memorable.
So, KO, what do you think of the job that Coach Campbell and his staff have done since they took over for Coach Rhodes, who coached you at Iowa State?
Man, they've done a phenomenal job. One of the first things I noticed is like they're reaching out to like former players and just like making sure we feel welcome. And he's done a great job recruiting. He's done a great job training them. Just watching guys develop and get better every single year. They're very competitive. They could pretty much beat anybody, man. And it's just impressive to see.
You were drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in the second round of the 2012 NFL draft and started as a rookie for the team's Super Bowl championship run that season. What was that experience like, winning a Super Bowl in your first season?
It was awesome. Like, I just had a lot of like veterans, a lot of like high level players around me. We had like Ed Reed, we had Ray Lewis. So I got super lucky as a rookie coming in and learning from those guys what it looked like to be a professional, the amount of effort, the amount of time required to become a champion. So that was awesome. I think that set the tone for my entire career because, a lot of young guys end up on young teams or, they're really like, they come up in a situation where it's just like they're the star player and there's like a lot of weight on them. For me, I kind of really just got to, be a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to come in and learn from the older guys, and as long as I took care of my business and I didn't let the guy to my left or right down, everything else took care of itself. So I really inherited a really good situation, and getting drafted there worked out perfectly.
Did you feel really prepared going into the NFL from your time as a Cyclone?
Oh yeah, 100%. I was 5 years senior, whatever, redshirted. Came in and lifted like crazy. So I knew I was physically ready. I knew I was strong. We played Missouri. So, I played Alden Smith, a couple years and then played Von Miller at A&M. So by the time I even came back my senior year, just like locking those guys down, I knew by the time I got to the NFL with another year under my belt, I was going to for sure be ready. I knew my work ethic, I was confident in my work ethic. I was confident in my physical strength. I was confident in my ability, on the field, to physically move people. So when I went in, it definitely wasn't any doubt in my mind that I was ready for the next level. I knew I was ready probably the year before, but I wanted to graduate and I wanted to stay in school that final year and just really enjoy being a college student and enjoy that experience just for one more time, one more ride with the homies. And I'm glad I stayed that extra year.
Much like many NFL players, you've had your share of injuries throughout your career, kind of moved around to some different teams as well. But what's the most challenging thing about playing in the NFL for you?
I guess the injuries, that would be
Yeah.
the most challenging thing. I've been pretty fortunate. The only ones that I've really had that have sat me out are the knees that I just had and the back. So I've been pretty fortunate for like, a 10-year career to only have really 2 major injuries and 3 surgeries. So I guess like that would be the most difficult thing.
So there's a bunch of Iowa Staters now in the NFL, man. They're really contributing. You got Alan Lazard up in Green Bay, David Montgomery in Chicago. Your former teammate, AJ Klein, out in Buffalo, had a really good season last year. So what's it like seeing a lot of Iowa Staters alongside you there in the NFL?
It's not as lonely anymore, man. I feel like I talk a lot more about being from Iowa State, having other guys like in the locker room, or at least in the league that are, like that play for Iowa State and the program doing a lot better, man. It makes it a lot easier to join those conversations in the locker room when people are talking about their college teams.
Well, man, now we got a top 10 team coming into the season. So much hype around Iowa State. You got to be proud of your former team, right? Your alma mater.
100%, man. I literally like wear my ring every day. People always think it's like a Super Bowl ring or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's like my Iowa State ring. Like I literally wear it everywhere now.
That's great, man. Well, hey, best of luck to you in this next season. We hope you find a nice landing spot and recover fully from that injury, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Go Cyclones. Thanks, KO.
Go Cyclones, baby. Let's
Awesome.
go. Choo!
How about that, Jeff?
It just makes your heart smile.
Yeah.
It really does.
A lot of energy there.
And I was sitting
Yeah.
here thinking too, a lot of people may not know that in 2018, KO was presented the Statement Maker Award from the Alumni Association. And that award recognizes early personal and professional accomplishments. So he's lived out that student athlete mantra,
Yeah.
and to hear
Yep.
him say, he stayed that extra year so he could get his degree. And he's continued to carry the Iowa State banner. I mean, I just sat here and smiled the whole time. What an
Don't you love that?
incredible-
He wears his Iowa State ring, not his Super Bowl ring. You saw that picture of that ring. That's pretty impressive, but he represents his Iowa State ring all the time, which is really, really cool to hear. Yeah.
Well, that was really neat. And
Yeah. Jeff, we've been hearing from some people in the comments about where their game watches. We talked about game watches earlier. We got Philadelphia chiming in with their game watch. Thank you, Philadelphia. We got Denver also chiming in with Denver's got a great alumni club, really active out there. I know they have a couple game watch locations. Cincinnati, game watches rock. Thank you, ISU alumni of Cincinnati, for watching with us tonight. Chicago, Jeff, you were just out in Chicago recently, weren't you?
yeah, when I was in Geneva. And then
Geneva, okay.
Yeah, close by. But again, everywhere we go and everywhere Cyclones are, there's just always a great gathering. And so again, as we've already said, and we're going to say many more times, couldn't do this without our incredible volunteers. So thanks to all of you for flying the banner and the flag in your local community. That helps student recruitment, that helps advance the university, and that shows so much pride in your alma mater. And so we appreciate that.
Literally flying the flag at the game watch location, some of them, right?
Yes, I've been guilty.
Yes. Well, Jeff, why don't we give away a few more prizes? Want to share the names of our next 5 winners?
I sure will.
All right.
First I have is Heather Weirs, class of 2001, Center Junction, Iowa. Congratulations, Heather. Then we have Adrian Villarreal, class of 2011, Long Beach, California. And thank you, Adrian, for being an annual member of the association. We have Eric Ramberg, class of 74, down in Austin, Texas. Go talk to him, Eric, and find out what in the heck's going on. I'll leave that subject alone.
Yes.
And then there's Kendra Parker, class of 06, right here in Ankeny, Iowa. And Kendra, thank you for being a life member. And then lastly, Emily Williams, class of 95, from Elko, Minnesota. Also, thank you, Emily, for being a life member. Matt, let them know how they'll get their prizes.
Yep, we'll be in touch with you. Just look for an email from the Alumni Association later today or tomorrow morning, and we'll be in touch with you if you want a prize. So congratulations to our 10 winners tonight. Again, maybe we'll just put them up on screen one more time, Jeff, so in case people missed the first 5. We had Randy Borg from San Antonio, Barbara Jansen in Massachusetts, Roxanne Johnson from Ames, David Ross from Minnesota, and of course Warren Clark from San Diego. So again, those are our earlier 5 winners. So congratulations to all of our winners. We're going to be doing one more prize giveaway later on this evening. So if you've commented tonight, you're going to be entered into this drawing. If you're here with us, make sure you get your comments in if you haven't already.
And I love seeing Cyclones are from everywhere. This is cool.
Oh yeah, that's it. So Jeff, before we get into our next feature, I did want to mention if there are people watching, this is my favorite part of the evening, if there are people watching who are just so fired up for the game this weekend and want to come on live with us tonight to do some Cyclone Power Chants, we're going to be putting the link in the chat right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, look for that link in the chat. Facebook, same thing. Or on Twitter, the link will go right in the chat. All you have to do is click through that. There's only going to be about, 7 spots available. So we're going to take the first 7 people that want to come on and do a Cyclone Power Chant. Again, that link's going right in the chat. You'll just need a working webcam and microphone if you want to join us. If you're watching from your computer or your phone, just open up a tab and we'll see you here in a few minutes.
And you got to be loud. If you're going to do it, you got to be loud.
That's right. Well, Jeff, you know we have an incredible field turf crew here at Iowa State, and I was actually able to spend some time with them recently as they've been working hard to get Mid-American Energy Field ready to go for the season at Jack Trice. So here's an inside look at what goes into getting the field ready for kickoff.
Hi, I'm Josh Tverdick. I am the Director of Turf and Grounds here at Jack Trice Stadium. We pretty much work all summer to get the field as in best condition as we can for the football season.
Down the middle of the field, it is intercepted by Isheem Young, and the Cyclones have the football!
Minimum 50 to 60 hours a week we're out here. Mid-American Energy Field is 100% bluegrass. We take a lot of pride. We're one of the few colleges that actually has a natural grass surface. So we're a turf school. We have a turf college. Most of our students, myself included, graduated from the turf program. We just want to set an example in our industry to, see if we can provide the best and safest playing surface for our athletes.
Reese for the touchdown, and the Cyclone lead.
To get the field ready for a game day, it's probably about between 4 and 10 of us out here painting. Probably between 40 and 50 hours just in painting the field. Before each game, we'll paint out our white. We'll get all of our white done, and then we'll set out our stencils. We'll stencil out the logos. Then we go right in with red and yellow, and we get everything filled in. And right before the game, we'll oversee the entire field with bluegrass seed, just so that during the game, their cleats are pushing in constantly new seeds so that we always have germination. One of the greatest accomplishments for me and my crew is game day. All the work that we put into getting this ready and watching the team play on it, that's one of the best rewards that we can have. Being an alumni here and watching my student workers prosper and grow their careers, but having it start here at Iowa State, it's a very rewarding place to be.
Awesome. Well, big thanks to Josh Tverdick, Michael Young, and their team of ISU students for taking the time to talk with me during this very busy time of season for them getting the field ready, Jeff.
Well, that reseeding.
Oh,
and
yeah.
having
Isn't that
the
cool?
Players actually replant them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought
that was pretty cool. And
Yeah,
then the other
very
thing, even though Ryan had mentioned this, seeing those Jack Trice uniform stripes on the side of the Stark Performance facility is just absolutely what a touch. It's just going to be great to see that live.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen the pictures or what it's going to look like, it really does kind of complete that north side of the stadium. I mean, you're going to be blown away, as we said, with the improvements. Once you get to Jack Trice Stadium, it really is pretty cool.
Yeah, what a nod though to Jack. That was pretty cool.
It is. Well, Jeff, you can't see who's ready to come on with us, but we've got a group of Cyclones ready to come on and do some Cyclone Power chants. Are you ready for this?
I am, but let me do something real quick here. Let me give a shout out to Joe and Sally Kingley down
absolutely.
in Rockwell City. They're tonight joining an 89-year-old Cyclone fan watching this Power Hour with us tonight, and that is Shirley Asball. Shirley's son and late husband hold degrees from Iowa State. So good evening, Shirley, and thank you for being with us. And Joe and Sally, thanks for making that happen for her. 89 years old, folks, and taking in Cyclone Power Hour.
Very cool. All right, well, we've got some Cyclones here ready to come on with you, Jeff. You ready to bring them on? Let's just do them one at a time. Sound good? And then we'll bring everyone on together to do some more. All right, let's start with, this guy I feel like he looks familiar. I think we've had him on maybe during another Power Hour. Brad's joining us. Hey, Brad.
Oh,
hey.
Yes, we down there in Texas.
Actually, Jeff, I moved back to Iowa. I'm in Polk City now.
Oh, my.
Awesome.
Cyclones.
Well, I had you in the right place. You just moved on me. Have you corrected your address with us?
I have.
All righty. Well, good to have you. Let's go. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
You score. Go Cyclones.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. All right. Next up, we're going to bring on, we know these people, the Starks. Hey, Starks, thanks for joining us.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to, can't do this without chocolate.
Oh, I know.
You're going to deliver this week?
Sure. Can do.
All right, count it on. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Love you guys. Go Cyclones.
Awesome. The Starks, the owners of Chocolate Lottery Stallman Ames. We've done a a virtual event with them. They were fantastic.
Yes.
Love it. All right, it looks like we got the Hookers and Stearns family. Yeah! Hey guys.
Wait a minute, just a minute. Is this wedding week?
It is on Saturday.
Oh.
Sorry.
I know. I wish I could be two of me, but then that would be bad for Iowa and Iowa State and anyone else. But let's do this. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclones!
Power!
Go State. Congratulations.
Go State!
Have a great wedding. Love you guys.
Bye, Jeff.
Fantastic.
That's the most energy we've had. I don't know. We got one more. Let's see if Alyssa can top this. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Dr. J.
How you doing? Are you on campus?
Yes.
And in
Not
classes?
right now, but yes, I'm back on campus teaching.
And how many classes this semester?
5.
5. Well, thanks for all you do. Thanks for all you do. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Way to go. Love you. Have a great semester.
Love you, Dr.
See you
J.
Saturday.
Thanks, everybody. Go Cyclones!
Go Clones.
Awesome. Hey, why don't we do this? We still got everyone on. Let's do a big group one. Let's bring back everybody. All right, Jeff.
The dog. Is the dog ready? Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Go State. Love you guys.
Go State.
Awesome.
Go
Thanks,
State.
guys. Awesome. We got a great crowd watching with us. That's the most energy we've seen on a Power Hour, Jeff.
That is pretty incredible, though.
That's awesome. I was trying to bring the Shones back on. Let's see. They're out in the tailgate lots. Can they hear us?
Well, I see Meg.
Oh, they're watching. Oh, they're
Yeah.
watching on the TV. That's cool. All right. We'll try and check in with them again. Sound good, Jeff? We're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna kick this group out and see if anybody else wants to come join us here. Just a little bit. We're gonna kick these guys out. Katie, if you want to kick some of these people out for me, that would be awesome. We'll try and get a few more people on with some Cyclone Power chants. Man, that was great. We've seen a few of those faces before watching with us. So we got the loyal, passionate Cyclone fans with us tonight.
That is incredible. Glad they were able to come on.
Yeah, well, we did want to mention that there are obviously some games that are going to be played outside of Jack Trice from right behind us here this evening, this fall. And some of our alumni clubs, Jeff, have planned a away game experiences if people want to participate in those. Some really good opportunities for Cyclones if you're going to some road games this year.
Yeah, and just encourage, first and foremost, everything is always on the website. So get used to going there and see what's happening. But the Dallas-Fort Worth Club, and they're working with the Austin Club to do the Baylor game. And so if you've ever gone to anything that the Dallas-Fort Worth Club does, it is top notch. And so if you're going to be down in Waco for the game, go to our website. You have an opportunity to sign up for the Baylor tailgate. But they're also scheduling tailgates for Texas Tech as well as Oklahoma. And then if you're making the road trip out to Morgantown or live in that area and will be road tripping to Morgantown for the West Virginia game, there will be an event there as well. And then I just learned that for those of you who are going to go to Vegas, our local alumni are still working on putting together activities in Vegas, but also the Gridiron Club just announced that they have an event that's taking place as well. So I encourage you to go to the Gridiron website and learn about their activities. But keep in mind that the Alumni Association as well as athletics will not be hosting pregame activities in Vegas. When it came down to the cost of trying to pull something off, nothing against unions, but the union labor costs as well as the venue costs was just too exorbitant for the budgets to do that. So I just encourage you to look for opportunities on our website, which will list for both our Vegas club and what the Gridiron Club is doing. And more importantly, you will know that there's a lot to do in Vegas, and there will be Cyclone fans everywhere for that game.
Awesome. Some really, really great experiences for people this fall. If you can't make it to Jack Trice, we hope you can make it, but we understand some people can't make it back. So if there's an away game nearby, we encourage you to check out our website, isualum.org. As Jeff said, all that information is right there. Or, of course, your local Game Watch locations, if there's one nearby you as well. All right, speaking of fun experiences, Jeff, homecoming. Can you believe it? Homecoming is next month. It's already September. Homecoming is in October. Where did the time go?
Never too early. Yeah, but never too early for our students. People need to know that we start planning homecoming the day homecoming ends. We picked a new homecoming central committee. They have to go ahead and start working on a theme this year. The theme for homecoming will be Sigh of the Storm. That's not Eye of the Storm, Sigh of the Storm.
Yes.
And again, it starts that Sunday and goes through the next Sunday.
Yes.
And so our website, again, will give you all the details, but this could not happen if it were not for our incredible, incredible Cyclone Central students.
Yeah, and I actually got to talk to our co-directors for homecoming. There will be some virtual experience, of course, this year. There's the parade, and they're going to talk a little bit about that. Again, I was able to catch up with our homecoming co-directors to get a little sneak peek about what to expect at homecoming 2021. Well, Homecoming 2021 is right around the corner, and joining me now are this year's Homecoming Central Committee co-directors. Why don't you two introduce yourselves for us?
My name is Caroline Francis Cato, and I'm currently a senior here at Iowa State studying chemical engineering, and I am from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carly Ron, and I am a senior here at Iowa State as well, and I'm from Clarinda, Iowa. My major is event management, and I have a double minor in political science and public relations.
Well, Carly, with no in-person homecoming festivities last year, I know you guys have to be extra excited to be planning this year's events. How long have you guys been planning for Homecoming 2021?
Yeah, we are super excited for Homecoming this year. Caroline and I were selected as co-directors in late October, and then the rest of our committee was selected in late November. And since then, we've been having weekly meetings and two-on-two meetings just to get ready for everything. And I know our committee is super excited. We have a committee of over 30 people who are all putting in a lot of work to make sure that this is the best homecoming yet.
Well, Caroline, what's new at homecoming this year? What can alumni and friends look forward to at homecoming 2021?
Yeah, for sure. So we have the typical pep rally that happens on the Friday night before the football game, along with then mass camp and kneeling at midnight. And then throughout the week for Iowa State students. Every day there's food on campus where they can go and pay $5 for a meal every day. And then there will be tournaments that take place throughout the week as well. And then Yell Like Hell will have first cuts, second cuts, and final cuts of Yell Like Hell, as well as Painting Victory Lane, Sci Factor, and all of that.
And I know something that alumni also look forward to is the homecoming parade, which is Sunday, October 17th this year, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Very cool. What do you guys love about the homecoming parade? Is it just kind of being around all the Iowa Staters together to kind of kick off the week?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. And then we really try to bring in all of the local alumni of the Ames community and try and bring in all of the clubs and organizations, as well as Jeff Johnson and people like that to come and represent the university. So I think that's one of the best things about the parade is it's bringing the entire Iowa State community together as a whole.
Very cool. Well, Carly Ron and Caroline Francis Cato, our 2021 Homecoming Central Committee co-directors. Thank you both for joining us. We can't wait to celebrate homecoming with you and all the students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks again to our co-directors, our students. They work so hard to plan homecoming each year. And again, stay tuned for more information coming your way throughout the month about homecoming 2021. Jeff, are you excited?
Man, and when I saw the logo, it reminded me, and I'm not going to even try to remember the date, but it reminded me of the Iowa State-Colorado game where we had to leave the stadium.
Yes.
And it was truly
my
a
very
cyclone.
first game. Yeah.
I mean, just that graphic reminded me of that. And so, but again, kudos to this group of students and really to our alumni who truly understand the emphasis that Iowa State places on student leadership. And again, there's no way that we could do our work without the help of our students and our volunteers. So these are just great examples of how people buy into the Iowa State experience. Good to hear from them and great planning.
That's right. Well, we're going to do one more prize giveaway. And as I mentioned, this one's kind of a fun one. If you've commented at all tonight, if you've left a comment in the chat, you are going to be entered into this prize giveaway. So one more chance for you guys to enter into this prize drawing. We're going to pull the drawing up on screen. Let's see. We've got 50 entries already, Jeff. So that means 50 Cyclones have already commented tonight. So this is going to be fun. We're going to let you guys get your comments in if you haven't yet. We'll give it a few seconds here. But Jeff, it's just been so fun to see people commenting and chatting in the comments tonight. Just going to pull up a few here.
Yeah, and that as well. And I just have enjoyed the interviews and the videos too, Matt. So great work on your behalf. And let's give a shout out to Katie Lichtai, who folks don't see, they don't hear, but this could not happen without the support and hard work of you, Katie. So thanks again for everything you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Katie. She's behind the scenes now. We can see her. Katie, thank you so much. You've done an awesome job planning all this. All right, why don't we do this drawing? We've already got 7 more people that commented. Jeff, you ready to do this?
I'm ready to do it. And this is one where I don't know the name, so you're going to have to show it to me.
All right. Good luck, everyone. Let's see. Did I pull it up? Yeah, I did. All right. Wanted to make sure it was on screen. All right, 61. There's still more coming in. 62. All right. Let's go. All right. You can see all the people that have commented, everyone. Going through the screen here. Who's it going to stop on, Jeff? Let's see. Hopefully not somebody that's already won. Tom Wilson. All right. Congrats, Tom. Jeff, do you know Tom?
I can't see Tom's face, but I don't know. I never like saying I don't know someone because I've met almost all 280,000 of our graduates.
All right. Katie, I think we should just do one more. Should we do one more, Jeff? What do you say?
Let's do one more.
All right, one more drawing. Here we go. Tom, you're a winner, of course. We're not forgetting you. We're just going to do one more because we're having fun with this. All right. Thank you again. Thank you so much to everyone who's commented tonight. Susan Go Clones, Michael Douglas. Oh, Trey. Okay. There you go.
Trey, you cannot win.
Trey can't win?
No, Trey can win. Trey thanks for what you do. And Trey is also new to our board of directors. So I don't know if that's a conflict of interest, but I know that Trey does everything Cyclone. So we're not going to take him out of something.
For that measure, we'll do one more. How about that? Yeah, just because I like hitting the spinny wheel to go through the names more than anything. All right, who's it going to be? Oh, Shannon. We know Shannon. Oh, Nancy. There we go. Nancy Macklin. Congratulations, Nancy, watching
And
on
Tom,
YouTube tonight.
there you go. So congratulations, Nancy.
Nancy and Tom. We will be in touch with you about receiving your prize. We'll find a way to get a hold of you. If we don't hear from us, reach out to the Alumni Association. We'll be happy to help you guys.
Yeah. Good deal.
Well, thank you so much again, as we said, to everyone who's commented in the chats. I think we've got some time, Jeff, for a few more Cyclone Powers. We've got a few more people joining us. Let's bring them on. We know this guy. He's been on with us before. George Trice. Hey, George.
Hey, what's going on, team?
George, let them know who you are.
My name is George Trice, 2005 alumni. And if you can't tell by the last name, I am a relative of Jack Trice.
Well, man, any update on the golf?
So we're still looking for teams. I just had a couple more sign up. So Friday, we're having a golf event in Adel, Iowa at River Valley. Gonna have some prizes. If you can't golf, Cy will be there at noon. You can bring the kids and take a picture with Cy. You can go to our website, Trice or johnjacktrice.org, and a pop-up will come up if you want to sign up, donate, volunteer, whatever. But it's going good for the first event.
And tell them what the proceeds will go toward.
The proceeds are going to the Trice Legacy Foundation and the Jack Trice Scholarship Fund. We're working to get the scholarship fund endowed with Iowa State to get more support there. But the foundation will utilize the people that get the scholarship. They will be able to have some leadership programs, some mentorship programs with some people we have set up already. But it just helps them succeed through the entire time they're at Iowa State, not just a one-time donation to get them there, but to help them succeed through that, because that's what the kids need, is that support. So 50-50 will go to both of them. They're both nonprofit 501c3s, run by volunteers of Iowa State alumni. That's really all I could say about it, but it's going to be a fun event.
Well, man, thanks for saying.
The AD reception is the same night, so I can't get everybody that I want out there.
Well, you're at a busy place because the season is going to be great.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
hear you, man. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
And what does that shirt say?
Beast.
Hey, love you, man. Thanks for all you do.
You
and
too.
thanks for
I'll talk
staying
to y'all
engaged.
soon.
No matter where you move, you find the Cyclones. We appreciate it.
I do. I lead the Columbus chapter right now. I'll be at the West Virginia game. I'll be at the Iowa game. I'll be at the UNLV game. They're trying to talk me to going to TCU in Oklahoma. So I don't know what my travel budget is this year. So we'll see.
Well, look, we appreciate all you do. Love you.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
Hey, stick around, George. We'll bring you on for one more at the end, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. All right, we've got another person joining us. This one might be audio only. Jock, are you there?
Yes, it's
Okay.
Jackie.
Oh, sorry, Jackie. I apologize. Jackie, you're on with Jeff and Matt. How are you?
Good. This is fun.
Jackie,
is
where
fun.
are you calling in from?
From Jefferson, Iowa.
Uh-oh. Then you're with the Bell. You all have this great festival with the
The
Bell
Bell Tower Festival. Yep.
That's
Nice.
right. And there's some great Cyclones, including Carol and Roger Custer over there. So appreciate all the love from Jefferson, Iowa.
We've
Let's
got
get
some
this
great
going.
Cyclones here.
Let's do it. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Louder! Cyclone!
Power!
Way to go. Go State.
Thanks, Jackie. Appreciate it. All right. That was cool. We had an audio call. I never had that before, but that's cool.
Hey, that's great.
All right. We've got, maybe this is another audio call. Sarah is joining us. We can't see Sarah, but Sarah, are you there with us? All right. Maybe we don't have Sarah. Oh, wait. Maybe we do. Sarah. Oh, hi. There they are. Look at that.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
How are you? Who do we got with us? Who else is here?
I've got 3 of our 4 Cyclones here: London, Ramsey, and Havana.
All right. Cool.
And did I hear a barking cyclone?
Yes, one of the 2 dogs is also
One of
Nice.
the 2 dogs. Well, guys, you're
All
going
right.
to join Mom and let's do a good Cyclone Power chant. All right, then let's go. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Wait a minute, I can't hear you, Ramsey. Cyclone!
Power!
Way to go. Thanks for joining. Now, are you guys back in school?
Yeah.
Yep.
What grade are you?
Third.
Third? Fifth?
3-year-old preschool, and our other is in 2nd grade.
In 2nd grade. Well, do everything right now because I want to get you to Iowa State soon. We'll see you on Saturday. You coming here Saturday?
Mom will be there.
All righty.
Nice. Thanks for watching, guys.
Tonight.
Bye.
Awesome. Great. I love it. The family's watching with us, Jeff.
I know. That's great.
All right. Let's see. We got to go back to our friends out at the Alumni Center. Tailgate victoriously. All right. There we go, guys. How's it going?
Hello.
Danny, where's everybody?
Sun's starting to go down.
What is that beautiful structure that you all are standing in front of?
Oh, that's just the beautiful Alumni Center.
Graciously
endowed by.
I thought I knew that building.
It's one of my favorite on campus.
Well, look, thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. Thanks for making this a fun evening. And we got to do one more chant before we let you go. So, Cyclones!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Go State! Take care. Love you. Thanks for being with us tonight.
All right. Let's just do one more big one. We'll bring George back on and Jackie, Sarah, and crew. And we got the Hookers and Stearns came back. All right. Let's do one more big one, Jeff.
All right, guys. Let's go. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
All right. Get it together. It's Cyclone, and then it's power. Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Cyclone!
Power!
Good night.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. How much fun is that, Jeff?
That was cool.
If that doesn't get you ready for Saturday, I don't know what will.
That was great with the family, though. I think that's
awesome.
the first.
Love it. Love it. Well, hey, we want to thank everyone who joined us tonight, including our viewers. Thanks again to special guest Ryan Harklau from the Cyclone Radio Network, Ryan and Meg Schoen, of course, with Tailgate Victoriously, Steve Perlowski from What You Smokin' Barbecue and Brew, former Cyclone Kelechi Osemele, and Josh DeVerdick, Iowa State's Director of Turf and Grounds. A great show, Jeff. I hope this got you guys ready for the big game against UNI on Saturday. I know I'm ready. Jeff, are you?
I'm ready. And another big thank you, too, to all those that came on live. Again,
Yes.
Unrehearsed.
Of course.
That was
Of course.
wonderful.
Can't forget them.
But I want to take a moment here, too, and just remind folks, I think you know this as the Jeff Johnson mantra. That is, come loud, come proud, but most importantly, be respectful of our visitors. And if you have to and need to, wear your mask. And as more importantly, if you're not feeling well, stay home, find someone else to use your ticket. But this is going to be a big weekend. Let's do what the football team showed us that could be done, and that is that we can stay safe, we can stay healthy, and we can support each other and support and advance Iowa State University. So as always, thanks for all that you do. Thanks for being great Cyclones. Go State, go Cyclones. Let's get it done. Go for a victory.
Go Cyclones. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time.